Oops. Oh. Hi guys. Sorry about that. First time. Bit of a novice at this. Right. Wisteria flowers. End result. Oh goodness, this is going to take some getting used to. Is, oh, where's the focus? Is that pretty, huh? Yeah, I like it too. So, how do we make them? First things first. Oh, goodness, this is going to bear with me, folks. You're so brave. A little bit of silk clay on a cocktail stick. Leave them to dry. And then on to phase 2. Next video will be smoother, I promise. So, we need a bit of silk clay. And you really need the tiniest amount. That's probably too much. So, roll it. Oh God, this is well wet. There we go. Roll it into a thing, a log. Pull some bits off. Roll those into balls on your fingers. Wow, this is not going well at all today. There. First one. This is the best ball tool. I think it's a 1mm. And the first one goes on the end. So, like that. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be. Okay, so stick it on the end. And then cut another one. I'm trying to do this so you can see. Cut another one. Roll it into a ball. This is very wet today. Roll it into the ball. Pick it up with your ball tool. Goodness. I see no trouble doing this at all the other day. And stick it just underneath. Can you see what I'm doing? Hope you can. So it looks a bit like that. Oh, I do hope you can see what I'm doing. Right, and then we keep going. So we go round. The first time you do a round, you need 3. When you put it on, push down with the ball tool, get it into place, and then smush it out a little bit. There's just enough room there for the third. Oh, I hope you can see. Tell me in the comments, folks, if you can't see what I'm doing, and I'll make another one. This is my first time doing this, so I am a total novice at making videos live. So there it is. If I bring it closer, it goes out of focus, which is really sad. I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it, so... I'm working in alternate colours for the simple fact that it's easy to see what you're doing, where you're going, and this stuff's kids' silk clay, and it's cheap, and it's cheerful. Why spend money on stuff? I don't understand why they charge crafters so much more than they do for the kids section. Always look in the kids sections first. But basically, you just keep going round. Keep doing this. It doesn't matter if they're a bit wonky or wobbly, because it's a flower. I defy anybody to go out and find a flower that is exactly the same as all the other flowers. They have a genetic pattern, I suppose, but they are not identical. So basically, we just keep picking it up, smushing it down. Any excess rub into the thing, it just makes it a bit stickier for later on. And just keep going until you've got, this one's been painted, so bear with, until you've got an entire strip that looks like that. Very pretty. So that's what we're doing. Basically, we do that and we just keep going. Another one on. I want you to see the finished product, so stick with me. And yes, I'm going to run out of silk clay, but that's too much. Let's cut that in half. I do recommend having these single-sided razor blades. Got something to hold on to without cutting yourself. And a nice sharp end, this end. They don't last very long because they get blunt quite quickly. But they are very good. Oh, and ignore the cut on my hand. I am a naturally clumsy person and I get cut regularly, so I'm used to it. Right, so just keep going basically. Just keep, it helps when, if the silk clay's not too wet. As you saw at the beginning, I struggled a bit with the wet silk clay. It's a bit feisty when it's super wet. But once it's dried out a little bit, it's great to work with. Oh, God, she says as she can't pick one up. There we go. Another one on. Basically, we just keep going. Should I speed this section up? I don't really want to because I want you to see the results. Anybody can do this, folks. It takes a while. I screw up more times than I could possibly count. But all you're doing is making little balls, picking them up with your ball tool, popping them on there, smooshing them around a bit. It doesn't really get any more technical than that. I mean, I tried other techniques when I was doing this. I've tried so many different ways to find a way to make a wisteria flower because they're so pretty, but they have to be right. And all the stuff I tried, beads and everything, was too heavy. It weighed too much. Silk clay, I seem to be going back to it frequently. It's just great stuff. It's lightweight. It takes about 24 hours to dry. Once it's dry, it's very thirsty when you paint the first coat of acrylic on, but it's quite stubborn. It goes quite hard. It's really nice to work with in that respect, as it can be quite forgiving. I mean, look how nice. Can you see? I hope you can see. Look how nice that's coming along, and it's just little balls of silk clay stuck to a dried piece of silk clay, and I've run out. But that's the thing. The key is not to have too much on the go at any one time. It dries out so quickly. So little teeny tiny piece. And I'm actually going to put a little tiny piece out more than I need because I want to show you what I do with the excess. So, ready? Let's crack on. We're nearly at the end now. So, as you work down the flower, I do recommend that you make the balls slightly larger or spush them out a little bit more, just to give it an elongated pyramid shape, which is in keeping with the photos you see. See, keep smushing. Keep smushing. You don't have to do them in any particular order. As you saw, I accidentally stuck that one there, so I went with that one there. You don't have to be perfect. I've lost that one. Oh, there it is. Can you see? I really hope you can see. I'm looking forward to the comments on this one. It's my first time doing a live crafting video. But I want you to know that you don't have to be some sort of super talented person to do this. You can be as fumble-fingered as you like. It's balls. You put them on, you use your ball tool. This is about a 1. I'm looking at the ruler. Yeah, 1mm ball tool. Squish it down so it makes a sort of U shape. That's what you're aiming for, kind of U shape. Pick it up, smush it in. It doesn't have to be super pretty because it's a flower and they don't mind being a little bit different occasionally. Nearly there now, folks. This one's looking quite nice, actually. I'm quite chuffed with this, considering I'm very nervous. Normally I do the videos where I go away and come back again so you don't get to see me making mistakes. This time you're getting to see everything. It's kind of scary. There we go. It's getting there. Nearly there. Quick shifty round. With these ones, I put the silk clay onto dry wood, and I will have to cut them off because they won't come off on their own. The first batch I did, I basically, because this is left over now, I rolled this into a point, let it go off a little bit, and then stuck it on a cocktail stick, which meant I could pull them off afterwards, which is how I ended up with these lovely little chappies. It doesn't really matter. Just if you can pull them off, you can reuse the cocktail sticks. Always nice. So what you do next is you let this dry out until it goes hard. It takes about 24 hours. And then you paint it with your first layer. The first layer is the layer that gets absorbed into the silk clay, and it creates like a coat. Occasionally you can see little bits of the original colour poking through and stuff. I'm not worried about that at the moment. But that's the first layer. You let that dry off until it goes nice and hard. Then I'd used the first layer colour and flashes of white, because when I looked at the wisteria flower, let me get the book out off camera, one sec. Might not be the best photo, but it's a photo. You see how there's white and different colour shadings showing up and stuff? Let's see if I have a better one. Yeah, this one's a good one. This one's a good one. You see how that's showing you different with the white, and then there's dark bits and light bits. We're not trying for perfection, mouth thingy, but by doing this, by adding flecks of white to it, we've now given it 2 colours. Then, last thing we do is we use a wet brush. Oh, I'm going to shoot myself. A dry brush. So you get a dry brush, you put a tiny bit of paint on the end of the bristles, little bit. Make sure that there's literally a little bit of colour, and you dry brush it on. So it just picks up the highlights, basically, which is absolutely perfect and just how you want it. Try and get it in focus. There we go. And then once these are all done, they'll be ready to glue in. I am very pleased with these. And that took ages. This is going to be a very long video. Sorry about that, guys, but stick with. catch you in the next one. Like, follow, everything else. Thanks for keeping up with me. See you soon. Bye.